Hello, my name is Ben, and this is a video on the downsides of the music therapy profession in general. Okay, so the first downside of the music therapy profession in general is the paperwork. So the paperwork in music therapy can be pretty demanding. I know personally I was blindsided by this because I thought, I was going to be able to use my gift of music and be able to help people out within, this profession, which is true. Music can be used within this profession to help people in many ways, but there's a lot more to it than that. There's writing, there's taking assessments, right? We use a mix of musical and non-musical procedures to see the difference between the two, what's happening, and also how music can influence the change, the desired change with our clients that we work with, right? So this is a long written report. When I do an assessment for one of my clients, it's a 130 questionnaire and then a little bit of a written response for comments as well. So, it's a decent amount of, typing things into a system, right? And then after every session, I'm writing up my notes and then taking the treatment program and assessing how the client is doing through that, right? So this paperwork is a lot more than, I realized it was going to be going into the profession. I've never been really one with the personality to love paperwork. So, it has been a challenge for me. Even now, it can be a challenge for me staying on top of it every day. But, I've been beginning to make better habits. With time, the paperwork does become easier and becomes more natural. Okay, and then the second one, which is a little bit of a con, is cancellations and scheduling conflicts, right? Because we're working with other people, there can be some cancellations, so schedules can change a little bit. Sometimes, clients will ask you to be flexible on a certain date. Sometimes you have to be firm, and sometimes, you can, meet on another day. But the schedule will be moving around. This would also apply if you're doing education or any sort of teaching job as well. But particularly in certain populations, I work with kids with autism, lots of cancellations because, the kid threw a tantrum and can't make it to the session today or something like that. The third and final reason I'm going to share on this video that being a music therapist is difficult is the pay. So financials and music therapy, it's almost like the two are allergic to each other. I just don't know how else to put it. We go through a bachelor's degree and a 6-month internship, and yet still through all of this training, like this, specific niched skill that we have, the average salary for a music therapist is $50,000 a year. Now, I live in California, so it's a little bit better. It's closer to $70,000 a year, but that just makes up for the higher taxes and living expenses here. So, California is California. But this is a topic that music therapists, can struggle with, and oftentimes the reason that the pay grade is so low is because music therapists are willing to take the job with the lowest pay because there aren't any other jobs available, right? That's just what they can do, right? So it makes the profession difficult especially because you're pouring all these hours into helping someone, right? But how are you gonna help yourself in this situation, right? Yeah, it's enough income to, if you downgrade your lifestyle, you can live a somewhat comfortable life. But that being said, it's difficult knowing that, I could be making the same pay without, having gone this degree, and, have I chosen something in marketing or something business related, I could be, in terms of income, way farther ahead than I am right now. And I know that as a fact. I know I could be, doing something else, but my heart is in music therapy right now, and I am, going with this direction. So, in the short term right now, while money might be a little bit tight, I am passionate about this field and, want to create my own business within this, which is my next point. If you do want to make money in this field, it seems like you need to have your own business. Now, I don't have my own business established yet with music therapy. However, it is in the plans for the future. My internship director actually ended up switching from his hospital job to his private practice in the middle of my internship. So it was actually an amazing experience getting to see that transition of, he was working full time at the hospital and then also had his private practice on the side, managing like 10 contractors. I honestly don't know how this man did it, and also while having me as an intern. But then I got to go on and kind of go to his private practice, seeing the things in the backstage happening in real time, which was really cool. It was an awesome experience to be able to have. I learned a lot in my internship. So right now I'm just coming out of, I finished my internship in November and started working as a music therapist in January. Unfortunately, I have failed my board exam to be an officially board certified music therapist twice now. So for documentation, I have someone who, signs for me with their credential, making sure all documentation is good and HIPAA compliant. But, I do need to retake my exam. Unfortunately, I made a video. If you've been watching me, I did fail my exam for the second time. I am working on studying harder and, more efficiently, retaking the exam. Hopefully it'll be better next time. It is, 70%, the exam is designed for 70% of people who take it to pass. So I guess that was a rather discouraging number, but I do think that, I'm just not really a good standardized test taker. But yeah, regarding music therapy, I would say those are the three biggest things. Finances is probably the hardest thing, then the paperwork, and then scheduling and that stuff is probably not even number three. There's probably a better number three reason that's difficult about this profession. But if you are a music therapist and you have any ideas, shoot any comments down below. If you're curious about the field of music therapy, also shoot any comments down below. Like and subscribe for more music education, and also music therapy content. Would love to see you in the next video. Have a great night or day or whenever you're watching this. Peace out.